Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace. There we go. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Monday morning. You guys ready to get it started? Hope everything's going well. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope that you are prepared to step up and make this an awesome week. I have declared in my life that this is going to be the most exceptional year. The exceptional year of my life, but this is going to be the most exceptional week of this year to this point. There's a lot going on that could really shut me down, but I have made up in my mind that I'm not going to be held captive by situations or circumstances, that I am going to rise to the challenge and to the occasion, and I am going to make this an unbelievable week. And it starts out with waking up and with an anticipation of something great. It starts out with waking up with a heart of gratitude. And I know sometimes you can be going through some things and you're like, what do I have to be grateful for? You're still breathing, so you're still in the fight. You have your senses, so you can go out and you can reason, you can rational, you can use your will and your self-discipline. You can change your situation and your circumstances no matter what it is that you're going through right now. Don't ever think you're stuck somewhere. And I want to talk to you about that. Before I do, I want to bring your attention to the description box, because true to the to what we're doing this year, in the description box is an exclusive offer that I'm extremely excited about. I'm trying to fix it to where I can work with as many people as possible this year. I want to touch as many lives as possible this year. I want to see people change for the better, do something exceptional, do something extraordinary. So in the description box is my bronze package. In my bronze package, that's 12 weeks of specific and direct engagement with yours truly. It's one of my most popular packages behind my platinum package, and it's 12 weeks of intense engagement. And it's about getting you on track to do the things that you say you want to do in your life, because we can talk about it a lot. We can talk about it. We can wish upon it. We can do it. But until we start to take decisive and massive action, nothing will change. You're going to have to move a lot of times when you can't see exactly where you're stepping. You're going to have to take some risk in order to live great. You're going to have to take some risk in order to make those moves at the next level. You're going to have to take some risk and do what it is that is necessary in order to move to a higher level. Look, it's easy to get out there. Oh, and here's the thing. I'm almost forgotten. I'll tell you again at the end, but for those who may not be able to stay to the end, check this out. If you sign up for the bronze package, I am going to gift you a second bronze package at no additional cost. So that is going to be 2 bronze packages for the price one. And I have partnered with Afterpay. So for those people who don't want to pay the entire amount, you can pay in 4 payments with Afterpay, and you can go ahead, sign up, lock yourself in for one of the spots, and start immediately. So that's great. I'm excited about that. Also, if you haven't joined the Epic Realm Community of High Achievers, which is an organization I created to bring in people who really wanted to change their lives, who really want to do something exceptional, who really want to do something extraordinary, to be around other like-minded people, to have people to fan their flames, to have people to pour into them, to have people to encourage them, to have people to give them advice. We have experts who are a part of the organization, who are most of them, all of them actually, are former clients of mine who have gone to the next level, and they're doing things, in the medical field and mental health, in finance and other areas. And I've gotten them to come back, and they literally paid their annual membership, which is only $100 for now. And they're there to give as much as they're there to take, but they know how it works and they're excited about it. So come on in. The link is in there. Also, Afterpay means that you don't have to pay the entire amount up front. You can pay in 4 installments, but definitely join. Now, I'm going to be real brief here. I'm going to be real brief here. But one of the things that I see here that really and truly sits up and shuts people down is the inclination or the proclivity to complain. I see so much complaining. I don't like my job. I don't like the situation. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of this happening and that happening. I don't want to be here anymore. This job is making me sick. This relationship, it's these kids, it's complaining. And let me tell you something, complaining adds nothing. Complaining produces nothing. There's no positive effect whatsoever to complaining. You don't get the only thing complaining does do is ensure that you will be stuck in the same position as long as you take that mindset, because complaining in its very expression is an expression of weakness. It is a symbol of weakness. Why? Because people who complain are people who do not believe they can change what they're complaining about. Nobody who believes and knows they can change what they are complaining about complains. See, if it's something that you don't like and you know you can change it, you change it. If it's something that is not right, or you're not getting what you want out of it, you change it. But if you can't change it, you complain about it. It's a sign of weakness. But let me tell you, now there's the other side of it, that you can change it, and everybody actually can change it. But what happens is you look at what it's going to take to change it and you balk on it. You look at what it's going to take to become it and you say, man, that's too much. You look at so you would rather complain than stand up and face what's in front of you and change what you don't like about your life. And so you sit there and you whine and you complain, and life never gets any better for you. And then what do? You find other people who complain. So now y'all around and y'all having pity parties. You're complaining about everything. You're complaining about what's not right. You're complaining about what's going on. Let me tell you something. Stop complaining. Start understanding that life is going to be about your choices of how you're going to engage it. I hear a lot of people talking about it ain't fair. This wasn't fair. Well, let me tell you something. The truth of the matter is, despite the narratives that you constantly hear about fairness, life is not fair. If life was fair just on a common foundational basis, you wouldn't have good-hearted people who try to do right all the time suffering, while people who are manipulative and controlling thriving. Now, I'm not saying that on a spiritual level there aren't some balances that bring things, because if you're doing bad, you're going to get bad, and it's coming to you. But what I'm saying is, if it was fair, there'd be a lot of things that have happened to you and anyone you know in their lives that would not have happened based solely off the concept of fairness. So what is life? Life is about saying, if you don't like something, if you don't think it's fair, get up and do something about it. Life is saying, if I don't like what I was born into, then I'm going to have to change it. I don't like that I was born into poverty, so I got up and I did something about it. I don't like that I was born into a situation where I never knew my father, so I make sure I'm accessible to my kids, even though a lot of times they don't want to deal with me. But the bottom line is, no one can say I'm not accessible, that I wasn't there. But so I made up in my mind that I was going to do something different. I was going to bring some fairness into the world by the way I move, but I was going to understand that at times things weren't going to be fair. It's not fair. Let's be honest, that as a black man, I've got to go out and outperform my white counterparts by 2 or 3 times, be 2 or 3 times better, just to get the acknowledgement and access to the things they have. That's not fair. What am I going to do? Sit around and complain about it? Or I'm going to stand up and sit up and say, you know what? It's time for me to be 2 or 3 times better. I'm going to have to spend more time learning, studying, reading, preparing myself, being what I need to be. I got a lot of white colleagues out in the world that have a lot more traction, that have a lot more access, but I'm closing the gap on them. Why? Because I'm spending so much time learning how to be the best version of myself and what it is I do, and my passion in helping people, that literally I've had some of the top heavy hitters that I've come in contact and I've shared with and spent around. Some of the top heavy hitters tell me nobody's doing what you're doing, not at the level you're doing it, the way you're doing it. You've got something. You just got to get the right people behind you. You have something. Why? Because that's what I'm going to do. I have a plan. This year is going to be the most epic. It is going to be the most epic. And it's going to be that because I refuse to complain about all the things that are coming. And right now, I'm telling you, right now, if there was going to be a time I was going to complain, this would be the time. But you know what? I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be thankful. And I'm going to look at what I have the opportunity and the power to control and to change. Those are the things I'm going to do. I'm going to, again, become better. I'm going to, again, be powerful. I'm going to, again, stand up. But I'm challenging you. You can't sit there and complain. This is about taking action. That's why I keep coming back to you guys and offering you the opportunity to work with me and to move and do some things, because I know the difference. I know what it's like. I have somebody I've worked with multiple times. I have a therapist. Yes, I do work, but I have somebody. You can't take on what I take on and not have somebody that you can plug into and process and download and bring yourself back down, because I deal with people going through things. This isn't, yes, a big part of my business is about performance. People who want to take their life to the next level in business and finance and all that. And that's the big part. But I've got a whole nother part where I'm dealing with people who are trying to heal from emotional trauma, from psychological trauma, from domestic abuse, from incest. I mean, I've got stuff. I'm telling you, I've got multiple clients who are over the age of 60, still struggling with ancestral relationships that they had to suffer through as children. That's some weight. So I have to go plug in. But what I'm telling you is, I know from both sides of the spectrum that you get more when you connect with somebody who knows how to get you where you're trying to get than trying to get there yourself. I've done it both ways. I've done it both. And the time I've done it the hard way wasn't because I wanted to do it the hard way. It was because it was hard to find somebody that knew what I wanted to do at a level that could get me there. So I had to do it on my own. I had to be an autodidact, so to speak. I had to go out and learn it, research it, practice it, do trial and error, fall back and come back and do whatever it is that was necessary to do. And so what I'm trying to do is, here's an opportunity to stand up and change your life. Stop complaining, stop whining, stop pointing the finger of blame. Yeah, it's some people out there that did you wrong. It's some people out there that hurt you. It's some people out there that manipulated, controlled you. There's some people out there that have done everything in their power to stop you from being what you're trying to be. There's some people out there that have just never been good by you. There's some of you struggling with issues with your parents lifelong. There's some people out there that are looking back on their childhood and going, what in the hell? There's some people out there that first marriage was horrible and you don't know what you're going to do next. Some of you have gone through multiple marriages and you're sitting up saying, I don't want to give up on marriage, but I don't know what to do. There's so much. But let me tell you something. You don't stop there. You don't camp out in the mess. You don't look, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. See, pain is going to come because life is real. It's going to bring some difficult moments. You're going to experience loss. You're going to experience difficulty. You're going to experience trouble. But let me tell you something. Suffering is when you decide to identify with what hurts you. When you decide to become a perpetual victim and you decide to live perpetually in a helpless state, that is when you start to suffer, because now there's no direct gate through which you can walk through and get out of it, because you have now become a part of it. It's a part of how you identify. Stop identifying with the struggle. Stop identifying with the darkness. Stop identifying with the pain. Start identifying with your purpose. Start identifying with what you can do. Start identifying with what's possible. That's how you're going to walk out of this thing. So I'm inviting you again to work with me. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my bronze package is 12 weeks. And if I didn't mention the price, it's 12 weeks. It's $2,540. It's 12 weeks. Trust me, it's worth it. I charge $350 for one session. So it's definitely worth it. 12 weeks, intense, engaged. We got something going. We're headed in a direction. We're going to work it out together. We're going to get there. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to get your habitual thought processes together. We're going to get how you think, how you move, how you wake up, how you talk about your self-talk, all that. Then we're going to have a plan of action of where we're moving. We got to head in the right direction. It's about, you could be moving hard, but in the wrong direction. We're going to get all of that straightened out. But here's what I'm going to do, because I really want to see so many people blessed. If you sign up for the bronze package today, I'm going to gift you a second package. Now, you can do a couple of things with that. You can give it to somebody else so that they can experience it, or you can double down on it. And now you got 24 sessions. That's up to you. And the beautiful thing about it is you can use Afterpay so that you don't have to pay it all up front. You can pay in 4 payments. But whatever it is, this is a time to take advantage of an opportunity to change your life forever. Also, if you are looking for a space, a safe space to expand your thinking, to expand your desires, to work out your vision, to be in an environment, I told you before, you're going to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. Look at your phone, look at your text messages, because most everybody texts now. Look at the text message and your phone calls. Who do you talk to the most? Who do you text the most? Who do you go hang out with the most? That's going to be the average of where they are in life, in society, in social standing, in education, in income, and all those things that really matter to people. You're going to be pretty much be an average of all of them together, because that's just simply how it works out. Association brings about assimilation. Look, let me tell you something. I created a circle called the Epic Realm Community of High Achievers, and what I want to do is bring people in so that they can thrive and be around people who would fan their flames. That link is also in the description box. And for that annual membership, you're going to see what you get. I put what you get in there, and you got some experts in there that's ready to share with you, that's ready to lift you. You're going to have people in there to fan your flames. When you tell them what you want, they're not going to tell you crazy. They're going to tell you, I think it's possible, and we're going to find a way to work out. I'm in there along with some other experts, and we are going to make this year special. Sign up for an annual membership. It's $100. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to gift anyone who signs up today from watching this video, who signs up for the Epic Realm annual membership, which is $100. I'm going to gift you a rapid change breakthrough session, which is $350. And we're going to schedule that immediately. So somewhere within the next week, you'll be sitting down and working with me. On that note, look, we're going to get out of here. I got to get ready for a client in 10 minutes, but I wanted to stop in and show you some love. Let's make something happen. Don't let this be another day that you have a chance. Miss Keeper. Yes, ma'am. I do have some packages that aren't as expensive. Email me at ceo@rickwallacephd.link. And I'll connect with you, and I'll share with you some of the things that I can do on a different type of budget situation. But these are the programs that I've been doing for years. And yes, I do have high ticket items, but I guarantee you they're worth it. But I do understand that it's not in everyone's budget, but I do want to have a chance to work with you. So what I would actually suggest is that you sign up for the Epic Realm Community of High Achievers. That's $100. It gets you in for a year, and you're exposed to a lot of stuff that is not going on social media that we're doing as an organization, and that's yours for a year. Plus, you will get a rapid change breakthrough session with yours truly, which is a $350 value, and you will get that all for just signing up with the membership. So that's what I would suggest you do at first. Once you do that, just remind me who you are, because you're going to deal with me probably after you deal with the support team. I'll be next, and remind me who you are, because I'll be the one to introduce you to the Epic Realm community. Remind me who you are. That I'm pretty sure Miss Kiefer isn't your real moniker. Maybe it is, whatever, but remind me in case that's not your real name. So I remember who you are. And then we'll talk about how we can work together in more than one, on more than one occasion. So that's that. Look, I got to get out. As I always say, I live my life on full so that I can die on E. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day.